What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of KittyTheCockatoo plays Aviary Attorney. If you like what you see and you want to see more, then be sure to peck that subscribe button and smash the notification bell. So again, we are starting in the menu screen because where we left off last time, it's going to jump us straight into probably a cutscene. So last time we ended up finding the Revolution's base, and we had to save Severin Cocorico from being murdered by them. Oh man. You kicked so much derriere at that impromptu trial yesterday. Those rebels were all like, we'll execute this punk, mob justice, rah rah rah. But you were all like, this isn't how we do things in France, chicken blockers. Oh my god. And then they were all like, Sparrow-san, let's get serious for a moment. Serious? You just pulled off the craziest lawyering move in the history of French law. We should be celebrating. We don't have time to pull out the champagne. Didn't you see the anger in the rebels' eyes? Didn't you feel the tension in the air? We're just days away from violence breaking out onto the streets. Oh yeah, I guess another revolution might be around the corner. But what exactly can we do? We already told the police everything we know. Unless you're not thinking of arming yourself to the teeth and fighting the rebel forces yourself, are you? What? No. You watch far too many action operas. I was thinking of preparing a legal case. A case? For whom? At their core, all historical revolutions center on trials. A nation's rulers are tried and held accountable for their crimes. But you saw the horrendous trial that took place last night. Nobody cares about due process when emotions are running high. Regardless of the outcome of the revolution, we need to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for justice. That makes sense. So what's the plan? We head to Quinal's Tavern and hand out some business cards. Think bigger. Who will the rebels target? The king? Exactly. To the Palais Royal. Oh, okay. 4B. I guess that's one of the endings. Falcon and Sparrowson rushed to the Palais Royal to arrange a private audience with the king. After filling in the pile of forms, the two are led to a waiting area. Oh god, how cute is this guy? Are you here to see the king? That's right. Okay, take a number, wait to be called. Take a number? 24 is my lucky number, actually. Yep, just wait your turn. Why did he suddenly get really feminine? I'm all fools who have come to see the king. Let me guess, lawyers. That's right, how do you... Hey, I know you. You're the Prime Minister, Monsieur Guizat. Oh, wow. You're right, Sparrowson. It's honored to meet you, Prime Minister. Spare the formalities. You two are here to offer the king legal aid, aren't you? Yep. We're going to offer him assistance for the upcoming rebellion. Let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother. Excuse me? The king doesn't take kindly to any form of criticism. He buries his head so far in the sand that one could swear he is an ostrich. One would think that even that 7 assassination attempts would be enough for a man to learn that he is detested. With all due respect, Prime Minister, I think the King of France is mature enough to not let his ego get in the way of sentences. So one would think. 24! That says, it was a pleasure meeting you, monsieur. Good luck. You'll need it. Oh god, I've got to remember the voice I did for the king now. 24! Calling 24! Good day, your majesty. Oh god, what voice did I do for this guy? Oh, good day, messieurs. Can I help you with something? Should probably have prepared a speech beforehand. That would have been smart. Just wing it. Right, let's see how to start. Oh, great and pious ruler, honorable king, penguin king, protector of the realm, I humbly request your attention. Well, it's about time someone addressed me with such respect. You have my attention. A great evil has besieged your kingdom. As we speak, revolting revolutionaries are plotting to remove you from power. Oh, goodness! Whatever shall I do? We are sure that such a pitiful revolt will blow over in no time at all. Nonetheless, we would like to humbly offer our aid as lawyers. We may be of great use to the throne in this troublesome time. And I think I understand. You do? I understand that you're a pair of con artists attempting to screw a self-made bourgeois out of his hard-earned cash. You have some nerve to even imply that my people hate me. I am the citizen king. I am beloved by all. Beloved kings tend to experience fewer assassination attempts. Beck, have these 2 crooks thrown in jail. Maybe that will teach them a thing or two about respect. Right away, your majesty. You can't be serious. Oh my god, we're in jail. Oh, he was serious. Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten me into. There's no need for the attitude, Sparrow Son. We won't be here for long. Once we receive a court hearing, the judges will no doubt dismiss our charges instantly. How long will it take for us to get to court hearing? Tell me that, Monsieur Smutty Pants. A week or so, I'm guessing. I can see why that might be a problem. Revolution could be in full swing by then. What to do? We could try escaping. Don't be ridiculous. Nobody's ever escaped from the concentration before. But nobody has ever locked the genius Sparrow Son and his witty lucky Falcon into the same jail cell before. It's an absurd suggestion. Got any better ideas? Okay, let's break out of the prison. Fantastic! Alright, now we're gonna look around the prison. Look, Falcon, a loose break. We could wait for a guard to transfer us to some place, sneak up behind him, and then we can get the death sentence or murder. I think that's such a little harder. A fireplace, it's been bricked up, so escaping the chimney isn't an option. A ledge, give me a leg up I can grab on and shimmy my way over somewhere. Let's be honest, Sparrow, neither of us have the physical prowess to shimmy anywhere. There's a little dent here, one of us could hide. What would that accomplish? Well, a guard would eventually come in and be like, where's the other prisoner? And then we use the momentary confusion to push him over and escape. Do you really think an experienced guard would be confused by a prisoner hiding in a little hole in the wall? We can do better. Can we do better? Oh yeah, there's one there. There's a bit of scrap metal in this hole. I think it broke off on an iron shackle. We could dig through the stone walls with this, see? It's so scratchy. That might actually work, if we have a decade or two. So that's a maybe on the stone digging scheme. Well, I'll keep it in mind in case the king decides to go all Count of Monte Cristo on us. I don't think there's anything else we can click on. So I feel like that plan has gone out the window. I give up. So soon? Yes, trying to escape from a notoriously inescapable prison wasn't the smartest plan we have ever devised. Oh, who's it? Well, that voice. That condescending tone. Oh, it's gonna be... Just what are you two bird brains doing? Zevran, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. The injuries I sustained were mostly superficial. The doctor advised me to not do anything strenuous anytime soon, but he gave the all clear for returning to my job. So tell me, why did I get a memo informing me that JayJay Falcon and Sparrow Son were being held in the conciergerie for treason? It's Falcon's fault, naturally. I figured that if a revolution was inevitable, then we should do our best to ensure that the uprising proceeds in an organized manner. The less bloodshed, the better. Okay, so what do? We offered the king our assistance. We said that we would defend him in court if and when such a need arises. Well, we didn't quite use those words. This isn't the first time that the king has had someone imprisoned for something so pointless. What a pig-headed fool. Consider your charges dropped. Alright, let's get out of here. Hold on, you've caught my interest with this idea of yours. A bloodless revolution. You're absolutely right in that. If the king is captured, the citizens will devolve into an unruly mob of animals. We should prepare for a formal trial. No, we should preempt it. You're going to help us? Of course. This isn't a task that we handled by two birds alone. What do you mean by preempt, Severin? We go on the offensive. We charge the king with crimes against the French people before the rebels can even act. We can do that. We can certainly try. I'll start building the case against the king. My argument focuses on the king's gluttonous and irreverent fiscal policies, his lack of commitment to his socio-political promises, his overall ineptitude and irresponsibility of all facets of his duties as a monarchical ruler, and obviously his denial of universal suffrage. Obviously. And how am I supposed to defend the king from all that? You can't. If you try to argue with logic and facts, this hypothetical trial would inevitably result in a landslide guilty verdict. So I suggest that you take a different approach, appeal to the king's character. Try to win people's hearts with tales of the beloved citizen king. He hasn't mingled the citizen king for like 10 years. It was just a suggestion, but consider this, you don't need to win the case, you just need to make a strong enough argument that the trial is fair. All that remains is ensure that the king could be peacefully brought to the courthouse when the protests start to turn violent. That's a job for the police and the royal guard. I'll inform Inspector Valeti of our plan, so that he can prepare accordingly. At least, I would if I could find him. Inspector Valeti is missing. Apparently, he's taken an informal leave of absence since Wednesday. Hold on, Falcon. One thing eludes me. As you probably figured, Inspector Valeti had me perform an investigation into your past. He thought you were the Viridian killer, crazy as it sounds. And well, I'm sorry for doing that. It was quite invasive for me. But I can't help but wonder, why did you change your name around 1830? Because I was ashamed, I suppose. I had a family name to live up to. My grandfather was something of a successful lawyer. So when I turned up to my classes at law school, people would gawp at me. They would say, well, you have big shoes to fill, and your grandfather would be proud. but I was a terrible law student, mediocre at best. I knew that deep down I would never be half the man my grandfather was. Fascinating. I had no idea. Who was your grandfather, if you don't mind me asking, Falcon? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was just another overly opinionated rebel who died in the old revolution. I see. Well, that's dilly-dally. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. We have duties to carry out. Right. We're going to find anecdotes, and we're going to defend the king, whether he likes it or not. So can we get the king killed? Like, is that a thing? I don't think I want to, because that would be a bit of a dick move. So let's just start with, like, going down, I guess. we don't know where else to start. Time for some shopping, Falcon. Maybe later. But now we need to find people who've spoken to the king. He's been known to pass through like holes on occasion, so if we're lucky. Oh, it's the kangaroo! Hey, messieurs! It's us, remember? We remember. Are you keeping well, madame? Absolutely! Never been better! So what can I sell you today? Information. We're looking for positive stories about the king. I don't suppose that you have any. The king, no! I haven't got nothing to say about the king. The king's a smelly egg thief. Quiet, child. You know not what you say about the king having spies everywhere. Spies? Calm down, Sparrowson. The rumors of the king having an elaborate spy network are patently untrue. Then how do you explain the shutdown banquets, huh? The government's clamping down on anyone who dissents, you know. Let's get this conversation back on track. Joey, can you tell us why the king's a smelly egg thief? My name's not Joey. It's God, that's so high pitched. It's nothing you need to concern yourselves with, messieurs. Please go on, madame. Don't worry, we aren't spies. At least I don't think we are. I know, I trust you guys. See, a couple of years ago we were running a shop. An antiques and odds and ends shop. And we had an egg. It was this golden egg, super precious. We must have bought that thing for 200 francs, but it was easily worth 10 times that. We were pinning and making a nice tidy sum from it. I see, an investment egg, so what happened? Well, one day we were visited by the king, no less, and old King Lou Phil shows an interest in our egg. So we were thinking this would be our chance to make a bank, right? But then the geezer just goes and waddles off with it without paying you. Oh yeah, he paid us all right. What's this? The coin one of the king's cards flipped away. It isn't even French. I think this is British. One of those crazy imperial unit coins from a crazy imperial country. I have no idea what the British-French exchange rate is. But can we offer to buy this off you, madame? But your wallet won't keep it. It's worthless to me. There's no egg bankrupt as put us on our streets. But now we've bounced back. Sweetheart and Gambade, better than ever. That's excellent to hear. Anyway, we must take our leave. You've been a huge help, madame. We're going to go kick the king's butt and get your egg back. Well done. We're supposed to be the defense. I'm not sure I want to defend this guy. Seems like a dick. Like, he really does seem like a dick. I guess we just go down the whole list, like, in order. Bunch of Gingley, we need your help. Finally, it's about time someone around here appreciate my skills. Your fishing skills, right? The term is angling, wise guy. This has nothing to do with fishing. Let me get to the preamble. We're looking for people who have positive stories about the king. Would you happen to have any? Stories, huh? You came to the right guy. I have a whale of a story for you. So the other day I was fishing, and I caught this monster of a catfish. It was 2 meters long, easily. Here we go. I got the fish and it was this big. I'll share. I drag a 90-kilogram falcon out of the water and everyone buys it. But I claim to catch one big fish and suddenly everyone's skeptic. Please continue your story, Monsieur Kingsley. Alright, so anyway, the king of all the people happens to be walking with his entourage, and they all clapped and cheered and came over to see the fish. And then the king says, I'm hungry, let's cook this fellow up. And then he just walks off with my fish. Can you believe that? Actually, yeah, I can believe that. It seems like something a royal penguin would do. Did you at least get paid for your fish? Oh yes, one of the royal gods likes to flip 1 franc my way. 1 franc! You may as well just flip the bird. No offense. Ah, so the king supports the local fishing industry. I'm writing this down. I have no idea if this story will be of any use to us, but we appreciate your time, monsieur. Good day to you. Bye, monsieur fisherman. Hey, don't call me a fisherman. I love the fisherman. He's like one of my favorite characters in this, honestly. I don't want to defend the king. I feel like the king's an absolute dick. Like, so far, every story has been bad. So, I'm not sure if he's something that we want to go down, but... Okay, here we go. Naitan never lets us down for useful information. I'm sure he's got something interesting and pleasant to say about the king. Oh, it's you, messieurs. Perhaps you're surprised we didn't actually ask to take out the book. Nope, just the usual today, and end the stream of questions. You do need an encyclopedia. Well, go on then. Ask whatever trivial you want to ask. Have you ever met King Louis Philippe? I have. As a matter of fact, occasionally drops by this library to check out books. Unlike some people. What sort of books does he check out, monsieur? Thick books. I believe the last one he checked out was an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire. I had no idea that His Majesty was interested in academic history. I'll make a note. King Louis Philippe is a well-read and intelligent man. It must be that some of the books are usually returned with footprints on the covers. This leads me to believe that the king may just use them to stand on during speeches. Oh, we'll just leave that part out. Was anything else? From your well-educated standpoint, is King Louis Philippe a good leader as far as leaders go? Well, I can't fail the king's pro-business spirit. The big industry leaders love him. Oh, this sounds promising. Of course, this comes at the expense of everyone who isn't a bourgeois. The wealth divide is stronger than ever. Maybe not. You can forget about his social progressive policies. The king signs off on all of Guzaud's backward-thinking policies. And of course, in terms of leadership and charisma, the king has a spare symbol for his rotten despair. That the doom is sure, a symbol no would have sufficed. That'll be all. Thank you for your time and patience, monsieur. I look forward to our next round of idiotic questions. I don't know if I feel like I want to win the case because I've won every case so far. I really do. But like, do you know when you just don't know if you really, really want to do that because he's a dick? Oh my god, I will never remember what voice I did for this guy. Like, that was so long ago. Like, way too long ago. Excuse me, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Falcon. Nice work on that Catacombs business. Word has really spread about your impromptu lawyering skills. Really, I'm gaining a reputation. I helped too. Of course you did. Ah, Roppington? Sparrow's son. Right, Sparrington. Judge Maxime, I don't suppose Monsieur Cocorico has filled you in on what we've been working on since then. No, he hasn't. I have to put this. We're planning a trial of sorts. We intend on forming a case against, the king, right, and, we want you to adjudicate. A trial against the king? Interesting. What are his exact charges? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. That seems more like severance territory. If you aren't even sure of that, then I don't think you're quite prepared for the trial. Maybe you should leave this to lawyers who have a little more experience. I see. Well, thank you anyway. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. What about our judge? It doesn't matter. Let's focus on building a self-defense case for the king and we can wing it from there. Maybe we can even hold the trial without any judge at all. Just Cocorico, me, and the king in the middle. It's strange, Falcon. You're like your grandfather. And yet, you're nothing like him. Wait, you knew my grandfather? Oh, we're going to learn about Sparrowson. Well, I wouldn't say new. I was just a teenager when he was causing havoc in the courtrooms. But of course, I'm familiar with his work. Falcon, I find your career choice peculiar. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis. Oh god, Roman numerals. I'm not very good at Roman numerals, to be honest. And yet here you are, vigorously working to defend your own king. Just like him, you would make an excellent prosecutor, so why did you choose the rocky path of the private defender? I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's a bad balance. My grandfather led the way with his prosecutional techniques, but I always wondered where the quality was. Who speaks for the other side? That's an interesting approach. Oh, just look at the time, I'm due back in the courtroom. But before I go, let me just say that I would be happy to adjudicate your trial, Falcon. Really, that's fantastic, thank you, Your Honor. It's no trouble. Show me what the grandson of Maximilian Robespierre is capable of. What a name. And JayJay Falcon, no wonder you changed your name, honestly. Just the dodo I wanted to see. Madame Cornell, quick question. Have you ever served the King of France? God, why am I laughing so hard? Good one, hun, that's hilarious. Me serving the king. Me. Would you like some wine, Your Majesty? I could register the king in Denmark. I think that was a no. I think you might be right. Inspectability. Hello, Inspector. Falcon! Jay! Falcon! Yes? I think I made a mistake. I'll say, do I see 2 empty bottles of Russian vodka? It's a mystery how you're still standing. No, listen. This is important. Inspector, maybe we Maybe we should have this conversation when you're a little more sober.
No, Falcon, listen. Falcon, I thought you wouldn't give
That what? The what?
the vivid the man who admit the position.
You thought I was the Venetian killer? Did you even come to that conclusion?
I saw that you changed your name 1830 and I
You made an assumption. Wait, is that why you gave Severin a tip off? Were you trying to lure the animal out of me or something?
I'm sorry, Falcon. I wish mistake. Did you forgive me?
Yes, sure. I forgive you for assuming that I'm a mass murderer and never nearly killing me and Severin in order to prove it.
Thank you, Falcon.
Now listen closely, Inspector. I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor for you, JayJay.
Maybe we should wait until the inspector is a little more coherent.
No, I want to help. I must pay my debt.
Excellent. So Severin and I am planning a very big case against the King of France. We intend on trying him before the rebels can get their hands on him. When the rebellion starts, we would like you to bring the king to the courthouse. Do you think you can do that? Inspector.
Treason, you improvise to the rebel cause.
This isn't treason, Inspector, ensuring the safest outcome to an inevitable revolution.
You're treason, you scum.
I told you, incoherent. Yeah, I guess you were right, Sparson. Well, Inspector, maybe you should contact us if you change your mind and once you've sobered up. Oh god, sorry my drunk wasn't very good. Are we ready to hit the road? Yep, let's make a move. So I think I've only got the one place left now. Visitors, Monsieur. Oops, visitors. If that isn't Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparson, how may I help you two today? We're doing very well, Monsieur, but we don't have much time, so let me go to the chase. We're collecting positive anecdotes about the king. Would you happen to have any? Positive anecdotes? How curious. As it happens, I met the king twice. Once, as you know, I was in my Juan Cornero persona. Alright, of course, I don't think that story will be of any use to us. What was the other incident? I can tell you, but there is a price. I use the alias. You're such a money grabber. A fox a seat, monsieur. Fine, how much do you want? 40 francs sound good? 10,000. I don't have that kind of money, monsieur. No matter. I'm sure I think of a way of preparing the debt, but between that and my medical bills, we should be ready to afford basic things like food by 4,000. Let's not worry about the debt for now. Let me just tell you the story. It was several years ago, 1841, I believe. I was lingering around the Dallas city. I was in the pursuit of an investigative lead, so I had adopted the persona and outfit of a sickly beggar. That's when I was approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself. He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket. The king gave you money to a sick beggar, or at least someone who looked like a sick beggar. That's great, we could use that. I'm not dead, monsieur. The king took the coin out and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these in my name. Then he pocketed the coin and left. Oh, I make a note, gave financial advice to the poor and needy. I hope that anecdote was of some use to you, monsieur. It might be, but I don't feel that we got 10,000 francs worth of material. I see. No matter. Just keep in mind if you ever see a potential client. We will have a pleasant day, monsieur. I do not want to defend this king. Like, this king is the worst. Do you lose, though, if you don't defend the king? What's the plan for today? Hidden love? Checking out the holes, maybe? Actually, I was thinking... Zephyr and Naru, don't they teach you to knock? No time for bickering, JayJay, it's time. Time for what? The trial, you dunce. Already. A large protest has started to form at the Place de la Concorde. No doubt, it'll turn into a really mob before long. The spirit of the revolution is in the air. We must act now. I'm going to start the necessary preparations at the courthouse, so I need you to get the king from Palais Royal. You want me to drag the king to the courthouse? I'm not even sure that I could drag him from his chair. Use diplomacy, you dolt. I'm sure you'll think of something. Alright, come along, Sparson. We have a king to defend. I don't want to defend him. I genuinely... Sorry for the squeaky chair again. I genuinely want to lose this. Falcon and Sparson rush across the city. Scores of angry eyes watch the pair's every movement. Cocorico was right. The spirit of the revolution is in the air. Outside the Palais Royal, a crowd has started to form. The royal guards watch in nervous anticipation. 3,600 and... David, we're number one. You again? Shouldn't you be in jail? There's no time for that nonsense. Your Majesty, we need you to come with us. Why? There's a fish on sale. There's a trial. Well, you say so. I love trials. Oh, and I need you to give a testimony. Please say so. As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, yes, I think you will need to give a testimony. Oh, goody. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Alright, let's go try the king. I don't want to win this, though. I feel like I'm going to purposely lose it. Did anyone spot us? I didn't think so. It's still early. The crowds are only just starting to form. With any luck, we can get this trial over with before anyone realizes what's going on. You! Uh-oh. You treasonous scumbags! You actually captured the king! Captured? Clearly a joke, Your Majesty. Ah, very subtle. I like it. So it's true, you do intend to hold a trial. Your actions are utterly despicable. You're all on the same level as the filthy rebel dissenters. Do you intend to stop us, Inspector? On any other day I would. You are rotten lawbreakers through and through. I want nothing more than to see you tried and punished for your traitorous stances. But I owe a debt to you, Falcon, and to you, Monsieur Cocorico. So you let us pass? I have ordered for a dozen National Guards to set up a perimeter around the entrance of Valley Justice. The rebels will never catch word that the king is here. They'll try to storm the building, and when they do, you'll be ready to hold them off. That's amazing, thank you, Inspector. Go on, before I change my mind. So I guess his choices now. Do we help the king or not? Alright, settle down, everyone, settle down. Oh, should I be standing here? Am I in the right place? Why, Your Perfect Your Majesty, now is everyone here? JayJay Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. 7 Cocorico present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, this will be good. I wonder who's on trial. All the jury here? All present again for Your Honor. Everything seems to be in order. The court is now in session for the trial of King Louis Philippe. Oh, that's me. Wait, what? Calm down, Calm down, Your Majesty. We're simply prosecuting you for a short list of 32 crimes against the French people. Oh, what is this madness? Did you set me up to this? Well, yes and no. Your defense, Your Majesty. I'm so confused. The process is simple. I'll state a charge has been leveled at you and present my evidence for the charge. You and your defense will then have the opportunity to present their own counter evidence. Oh, I'm even more confused. Just let us do the talking, Your Majesty. We're doing this for your own good. Wouldn't want you to end up like Louis XVI now, would we? Let us proceed. Prosecution, present the first charge. King Philippe, you're being charged with neglecting the lower classes of the nation. Your continued support of Quixote's outdated policies has resulted in an ever-growing wage gap. Poverty is rampant. Animals are forced to turn to begging, thievery, and burglary just to survive. How do you justify this vile attitude? Goodness, you're going straight for the jugular, aren't you? I'm a good person. I don't hate poor people. I feel my content for them, certainly, but don't we all? Please allow me to do the talking, Your Majesty. Zevran, the king, is far kinder to poor people than the general populace has been led to believe. Some would even describe him as a generous philanthropist. Who would describe him as generous philanthropist? Some would. You're going to have to do better than that. Show me an example. Just one example of a king being generous to a poor person. I mean... I kind of want to fuck it up. I wonder what happens if we do that. Would this account work? I don't think so, Falcon. It's not really about a poor person per se. Well, do you have any examples? No, we do not. We scoured the entire city and could not find a single anecdote of the king being generous to a poor individual. That's stalling. What a buffoon. Oh dear. Outside the Palais Royal, protesters charge at the building's gates, FC overcoming the royal guards. Looters take the opportunity to overrun and ransack the building. Where on earth is that accused king? Piero! No sign of him, ma'am. Rumor is he's gone and fled the building, same as Gazette. The Prime Minister and the King both fled before we even started our assault. How is that even possible? Madame Bourbon, I found someone who may be of use. Oh dear. A royal guard? Nice find, Fontaine. Speak, Duck. Tell us what the king is. Ha! You think me a common turncoat? I would have you more. Know that I am a mighty officer Beck. I would sooner die than betray my country. Okay. The Palais de Justice. A couple of lawyers came and took him to the Palais de Justice.
That is easy. Pero, Fontaine, gather the crowd. We're marching to palliative justice.
I don't want to defend this guy, but I feel like I don't know. What are we up to? Charge 12.
What are we up to? Charge 12. Please continue, prosecutor. Very well. King Louis Philip, you stand accused of crushing small businesses in favor of supporting wealthier industry giants. Such in the project attitude only serves to discourage people from forming their own enterprises. I disagree. As a self-made businessman, the king has constantly shown his support for all business, big and small. Another ludicrous assertion from the defense. Prove me wrong, JJ. When has the king ever shown support for a great grassroots business?
Let's just go for this one. This shows a rise of businessmen, so Dove. It sounds like you're reaching. I suppose I am. I must concede. I haven't come across any evidence the king supports the small industries of France. Maybe we can't win this. Like, maybe it's actually impossible to win this.
You guys can't be serious.
Outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande, Inspector Village watches the ever-growing crowd of protesters. National Guard poise their bayonets, keeping the angry mob at bay. Disgusting rabble, the lot of them. Oh, it looks like the guards are letting someone through. An emissary of the rebels, or perhaps one who considers themselves a leader.
Are you the officer in charge of this barricade?
I am.
I came to talk to you directly. I feel we can settle this maturely. No violence, no casualties.
Wouldn't that be marvellous?
We have one demand. That is that you stand aside and let me escort the king out of the building. Grant me that, and I will order the crowd to disperse.
I don't know if that's your first revolution, mademoiselle, but it certainly isn't mine. If your protesters want the king, then they'll have to get past the line of National Guards. I don't think your people have the skill, equipment, or raw numbers to accomplish such a feat.
I believe we're up to the last charge, are we not?
Correct.
Charge 32. King Louis Philip, you're accused of being an imbecile. You're mentally unfit to run this country. No need to get personal.
It doesn't look like to be an idiot, Severin. Thankfully. If it were, we would all be doing hard right now.
Illegal, no, but it does raise the question of why we are giving an idiot so much power. Let's not follow the example of Great Britain, who let the mad King George III rule for decades past his prime. King Louis Philip is neither mad nor stupid. He's an intelligent and competent individual. I'll have you know that I'm only competent on prune days.
Your Majesty, please.
You've chosen an impossible battle, JJ. The king's idiocy is well accepted. I urge you to prove me wrong. Show me one shred of evidence the king is not a blithering idiot.
Maybe we should have gone for, like, the fisherman. Yeah, we should have gone for the fisherman for the other one. But we don't want him to win anyway, so... I would like to present this account given by a local librarian. It says the king is something of an avid reader.
Picture books don't count, JJ. Oh, I had no idea that an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire was a picture book. The king has been known to check out as many as a dozen big books in a single day, covering a whole range of subjects. Face the facts, Severin, the king is an educated man. Perhaps test in order. That wouldn't be necessary. What was the name of that book you mentioned? An expansive history of the Macedonian Empire? Tell me, Your Majesty, where is Macedonia? Where? Yes. I'll even make it easy. Just name the continent. What continent is Macedonia in?
You can do this, Your Majesty. It's a 1 in 7 shot. Can you really do it?
I want to say Africa, but I've got it. London.
Oh, mon Dieu.
I think we're done here, Your Honour. As I have demonstrated in excruciating detail, the king is incompetent, lazy, stupid, and occasionally malicious. He isn't fit to run a bakery, let alone a nation. Very well, prosecutor. Does the defence have anything to add?
Shall we try? Yes, Your Honour. I've got nothing. I've defended this man to the best of my abilities, and I have nothing more to say.
Very good. Then I shall now converse with the jury. We shall determine precisely which crimes the king is guilty of, and decide on an appropriate punishment. A punishment? Lawyer man, you have to do something. I'm scared.
Calm down, Your Majesty. The whole purpose of the trial was to see that your punishment is fair and fitting. You're not going to end with your head on his bike. At least I don't think he will. Oh, but he will, I think.
That's Mademoiselle Lieutenant. How naive. Negotiations are over, Mademoiselle. Once again, I ask that you let me pass. Let me extract the king without issue, and then we shall be on our way. I warn you, the protesters are getting rowdy. Any moment, and they might charge on their own accord. Your commitment to pacifism is admirable. If you're brimming with naivety, Mademoiselle, be on your way. Tst. I warned you that your methods were too passive, madame. That foul voice. Show yourself, Wolf. You're the friar who gave me the tip-off about the cock from Trisha. Was my information no good, Inspector? Did I not say how and when you could reach the cock and shirt? You admitted a few details, your words almost killed a few acquaintances of mine. Well, Inspector, it seems that you and I agree on something. This wolf has forked tongue. There's no need to direct your hatred in me, madam. I came here to give you a gift, a peace offering. You have nothing to offer. I most certainly do. Did you know that the tunnels of the secret city wind straight under the Palais de Justice? It's true. If one were to put enough gunpowder in the right spot, one could even take an entire side of the building down. What are you prattling about? How much gunpowder do you think it would take, madame? 50 kilograms, 100? Maybe 200 kilograms, just to be safe. Friar, tell me you didn't. The fuse is lit in 20 seconds. The pillar of the Palais de Justice will fall like the temple of a Dagon. Running will do you no good. You brother-killing pute. You're bluffing. There'll be no explosion. You would like that to be the case, wouldn't you, Inspector? But unfortunately for you, the Viridian killer emerges one last time. You! I must congratulate you, JayJay. No, Falcon, you argued excellently. I'm as unsure of the Penguin's fate as you are, but one thing is for certain. You don't have to do your job any better. Thank you, Goggly Go. After some small amount of deliberation, we have come to a decision. We find the defendant, King Louis Philip, to be... Mon Dieu, what was that? An explosion. It sounded like it came from right outside. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, well, in a manner of speaking, how to put this? For pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur. Rebels, it's the rebels. There was a big explosion in the air. Rebels are pouring into the building as we speak. You heard the rabbit? Everybody clear out. Joanna, quickly, what was the verdict? Really, in a time like this, there is no better time. Exile. Now get out of here. Court is adjourned. A valiant effort, Falcon, but we're out of both time and options. If the rebels want the king so badly, they can take him. You can't say that. The roost has got a point, Falcon. Let's just turn the king over and let him receive his dues. We've done all we can here. No, you do give up far too easily. Sparrowson, Cocorico, are escorting the king to our associates. Reynard's place, what can he do? If anyone has the power to make the king disappear, it would be that conniving fox. Yeah, oui, that might just work. Come along, your majesty. Oh dear. Come on, Cocorico, no time to dawdle. I am staying, for there may be any chance of your ridiculous plan succeeding. Someone must stay behind to delay the rebels. Cocorico. Go, I've got this. Good luck. Oh, don't kill Cocorico. That damned wolf nearly killed a lot of us. You're the one harboring the king. It's a pleasure to see you again, madam. Don't get snarky. Where is he? You're too late. The king has long left the building. For all I know, he could be halfway to Guadeloupe by now. So he's already gone. Damn. There goes my opportunity to enact justice. Enact justice? You should have seen the trial, madam. Everything was official, professional, and logical. It's the most brilliant display of justice I've ever seen. But the king is in the process of receiving a fitting punishment. Cocorico, did my father receive a fitting punishment when you were the prosecutor as a child 10 years ago? No, madam. But every day since then, I've strived towards justice, and I shall continue to do so for the rest of my days. See that you do. Oh, thank God, Cocorico's okay. Do hurry up, your majesty. This is taking forever. Oh, who's it? You aren't going any further. Oh, it's him. It's that friar. I'm not going to let you take another step towards the king. I didn't come for the king. I came to kill you, JayJay Falcon. Very well, Sparrowson. Take the king and hurry to the lads. I'll handle this monster. Are you sure you'll be okay? I can handle one crippled wolf. Okay, come on, your majesty. That explosion at the courthouse, that wasn't just the rebels, was it? Of course not. That was to take out the murderous pute who killed my brother. Madame Beaumont. She was the madam who pulled the trigger, but it was your words that sentenced him. And I would do it again. You and your brother are heinous individuals. Call us what you like, it doesn't matter anymore. Your blood must pay for this. An eye for an eye, that is what the way judges of old. You don't need to be alarmed. I don't need a gun or sword to kill you. There are 100 kilograms of gunpowder beneath our very feet. One more step and this entire area will go. Vile scum! Inspector, just in time. You look a little singed. Did you hear that explosion on Chip Phillips? I did. It seems the rumors are true, Mousy. The revolution is in full swing. Go on. Oh, wrong voice. I didn't read the name. Go on, get in there. Visitors, Mr. Phillips, visitors. I wonder who... Oh my, King Louis Philip. Good afternoon, Your Majesty. Are you Monsieur Phillips? I am, and this is my companion, Mousy. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. I must admit I rarely have a gentleman of your caliber in this office. Please, have a seat, Mousy. Fetch His Majesty some tea. Right away! I hear you can make people disappear. Ah, yes, a new identity, a new face. Indeed, I can make that happen. Of course, there is a price. How much? Normally, such a service would cost 100 francs, but for you, Your Majesty, 10,000. 10,000 francs? I don't carry that sort of money on my person. I'm sure you can find a way. That crown on your head, an egg in your hand could surely be enough to pay this exquisite service. You are a crook, Monsieur Vulps. Now, let's not call each other names. We're both grown men. Now, let's see. You'll need a disguise. Ah, here we go. Go put this on. How do I look? Mousy, could you come in here for a moment, please? What is it, Monsieur Vulps? Oh, is this... Who is this cockatoo? Where did King Philip go? He's a cockatoo. He's a fucking cockatoo. It's perfect. He's a cockatoo. It's that convincing. Of course. We'll have to give you a new name and identity to match your new look. Your name is original yet ordinary, subtle yet exquisite. John Smith. Brilliant, Mousy. Monsieur, your name is John Smith. You are an upstanding English gentleman. Je m'appelle John Smith. That's not good. We'll have to work on your English accent. Repeat after me. My name is John Smith. My name is Jean Smith. Well, did you grow up in London, you Mousy? Your accent is impeccable. Really? Tell him, Mousy. I didn't understand any of it. So must have been perfect English. Disguise, name, accent. I think we're all set. Are you ready, Mr. Smith? I don't think so. Of course you're ready. Flee, Monsieur, flee. Take a horse to Calais, and from there, hire a boat to take you to the shores of England. Do you think I make take them, Monsieur Phelps? With that disguise, Mousy, I think our client would be lucky to make it down the street. Come on, let's return this egg to Swantown. Oh, poor King. He's fucked. Come on, bird brain, time's a wasting. Well, look who we finally decided to get up. Give me a break, my legs are killing from running all over Paris. Besides, we just had the gaze of a century. I think we're allowed one day to relax. Let's play some Jack Noir. Nah, look at this stack of mail we have to reply to. Mail. Inspectability has asked us to sign off on some paperwork regarding the death of Frere and Miss. Cocorico wants us to arrange a lunch meeting to discuss potential future collaborative projects. And Madame Beaumont has asked us to help establish a constitution for the Second Republic, if you can believe that. Plus, we have like a dozen requests for legal work from other citizens of Paris. I guess we're just getting around about our involvement in the King's trial, huh? Mon Dieu. So much to do. But all I want is to take a holiday. Hey, Falcon, do you think we're about to see some changes? Changes? The old king is gone, the prime minister's resigned, the Second Republic is kicking off. I'm just saying. Do you think this could be the start of a new era of peace for Paris? I think it just might be, Sparrowson. Don't get me wrong, I'm certain that this isn't the last people Paris will ever see. Not by a long shot, but maybe for now, we can have a brief moment of harmony. A moment of harmony. That sounds nice. But enough talk about politics, Sparrowson. Let's go pick up some breakfast. Sounds good, I feel like pines and chocolate. Oh, well, there we go. We have finished. Aviary Attorney. So yeah, if you liked what you saw there, please subscribe. I loved Aviary Attorney. I went into it not expecting a lot and was generally really surprised at how well written it was, how funny it was. I loved it. And I'm sorry for my terrible voice acting. I hope I got better towards the end. But do stay tuned to the channel. There'll be more exciting and funny games hopefully to come. And without further ado, we'll see you next time, guys. Doodles!